This is the Apple Watch Series 2, but you wouldn't necessarily know it from looking at my wrist. Though the second-gen version brings some important updates that make it worth buying, it doesn't actually look that different from the original that came out last year. There are the same two screen sizes, 38mm and 42mm, and there's also the same choice of bands, meaning last year's straps will work on this year's watches as well. The watches are very slightly taller, just 0.9 of a millimeter. That allowed Apple to squeeze in a bigger battery, but you can't tell that at just a glance. The screen is brighter this time around too, with a max rating of 1000 nits. But don't get too excited. If you have auto brightness enabled, you're not likely to see the watch go up to max brightness on its own, not even outdoors unless it's really, really sunny outside. It's a fun trick, but I think we can agree that auto brightness is a more practical choice for battery life. So, we get it. The watch looks the same. Most of the big changes are actually under the hood. For starters, it has a built-in GPS radio, which promises more accurate distance tracking than the first generation. In practice, though, the distance tracking still seems off. On one 42-minute run, Apple's watch was 0.09 off my trusty Garmin watch. That translated to a pretty big 17-second difference in average pace. That's huge for a runner, and because this was my regular running route, I know Garmin was correct in this case. The second thing is, this new watch is now waterproof, and there are also two swim-related workout types: pool workouts and open swimming. For open swimming, where you can't program the length of the pool, the watch instead uses GPS when your arm is above water to track how far you've gone. When you're done, use the digital crown to eject water from the speaker. That's the one part of the device that couldn't be totally sealed. Performance-wise, the Series 2 watch brings a faster dual-core processor and runs the newly released watchOS 3, which brings an intuitive app dock with background refreshes for whatever apps you choose to put in there. Oh, and there's that bigger battery I mentioned. On a typical day with intermittent tapping and app opening, I could be out of the house for 14 hours and still have half a charge left when I got back. Not too shabby. The Series 2 watch is on sale now, starting at $369. But unless you're a swimmer, you might actually be better off buying the original Apple Watch, which is now called the Series 1. It's still on sale for a reduced price of $269. I say all this because the Series 1 is being upgraded with the same processor as the Series 2 and also runs watchOS 3. That means the main differences are the GPS radio and waterproofing. If you're not an athlete then, it might be smarter to just save yourself the $100.